Hello and welcome to the sacred space, to the place of mystery, the place of the unseen. And I hope today you are protected and guided by moonlight on this day of Monday. Ashe. I've been picking up on this hopeful energy, and I feel like that's why I said that, because for the past few days I've just been in this energy of hopefulness and faith, and kind of just realigning what that kind of means to me. And through that practice, also I have been blessed with cupcakes. So I've really ate some of them, obviously, because they're just so divine. I'll put the link of where I got them. It's from an independent business. This is one of them. I've got another box in here, but I'll be eating these cupcakes throughout because these cakes are beautiful. Obviously not with greed, but with gratitude. It's red velvet. So, and the cream is amazing. But they're like that. I'm so grateful. Oh my goodness. Hopeful energy. So yeah. And for me, realigning with that has also been a journey in itself. And I was channeling this energy of the moon, and I was pulling some cards, and I got music for manifesting, and that's really powerful for me, and it really resonates with me, and also as we Silver Sisters, because we use music in our rites, we use music in our invocations, we use music in a lot of practice. And as someone that is also creating their own music, I have also realigned with that, and it has shown me that, you know, the moon is such an element, and it has such a part to play with that. So I started to work with my ancestral roots, and that started to reconnect me. And the intention of the video today is not just about me speaking about all of these things that have been happening to me, but which are blessings, and I'm very grateful, and I'm glad, and I'm very happy to share. But also kind of just to speak and talk, and just not make it feel so like a machine when it comes to my videos, because I started realizing that I was kind of operating from a place of autopilot, and I wasn't actually putting any of my creative energies or my gifts into my videos, which, to be fair, that I say that, but that's not true. It's just I know myself, and I know I can actually pour more into the cup of creativity into my YouTube videos and just all of my work in general. And you know, that takes time, and as priestesses know, that we have to go into this state of isolation and going into the darkness to actually come out again, reborn. And I've been going through a state of it was kind of like going through a state of amnesia, when I have had this forgetfulness. It was I was forgetting, you know, I was forgetting these things, and then I was having dreams, and then having dreams of and I know this will resonate for people, having dreams of my ancestors, and you know, my lineage. And that was such a beautiful cycle in itself, because I was able to, it really illuminated the path for me, and actually made me realize I can help other people and need that too. And it kind of just starts off with this card, also the Wheel, which is the delays are over. Sudden unexpected good luck and a new car will travel. So, you know, we as the wheel we are turning that wheel of fortune again, and we are realizing our own sense of sovereignty and not being afraid to show our power, being unseen and seen. You know, sometimes things are meant to be unseen, and then there are things that are also meant to just be shown. And how that's manifesting for a lot of us is the delays that we have felt like that has been happening is now over, and we can actually enter a state of the pentacles, because we now have really established that nothing actually is delaying us, nothing is blocking us, it's ourselves. And yes, a lot of people can say, a lot of people have probably stumbled upon this, where you go through this sense of, but I knew it was myself, but then how comes, even though with that, in that intention of me knowing it's myself, how comes I'm not at the place where I want to be? And I actually really advise that, you know, you actually connect with a deeper part of yourself, and that is whether it's the practice of working with your ancestors or a spiritual craft, you know, using those hidden gifts and hidden powers, because it's invisible. It's invisible. And, you know, being able to actually make that decisive choice, you know, being able to make that decisive choice, and actually being able to see into the two, like whether it's left or right, or like not even just the left or right, but actually just being able to have enough discernment to realize what is truth and what is false, and what is the illusion, what is not. And it's all actually mental in a sense, because we can actually give ourselves this like false of self entrapment, and like like this has been a dedicated thing for me, where I'm trying to unshackle myself from the realization that just because I am someone that is also spiritual doesn't mean that I have to hide the way I appear. Because I would do that. And you know, and it's not fair. It's not fair for us to hide away our true selves just because, you know, mentally we think, you know, it has to be unseen when it doesn't, because we will get confirmation regardless if it was, you know. So knowing in that, also being, and also standing strong and being grounded within that will re-establish you in the right way of whether it's right or wrong or to you, because that is your system. Because a lot of our, oh, you know what, let's have a cupcake, let's have another bite. Blessings upon blessings. Let's do some incense. Let's cleanse the energies. Oh yeah, I'm kind of doing a bit of everything today. Like, I don't want to actually give myself like any limitation, because I do that to myself. So you guys will be receiving a lot in this video energetically. So because I'm opening my energies into the universe and into you guys for blessings, and also that because there was a long time I felt like I wasn't receiving, and that was through my relationship, and we're not together anymore, because fortunately we're not together anymore, because, you know, that 5-month relationship really blocked me. And if you guys personally know me, then you already know the tea. However, being in a 5-month relationship, that relationship that I was in was during my seasons of receiving, and I was blocked. And, you know, at the time I felt like, if anything, I was giving him the power to like realize that he was actually unblocking myself. But no, that was literally like not the case. And like, as silver sisters, like sisters of, and I keep saying silver sisters because I just feel so connected to the people that watch this video. And it's like, I have this energy. I have this energy. Like, we have this energy where it's like, bear in mind, can I also I just want to confirm also that when I say I don't always refer to just me, myself, and I'm also referring to we, just for clarity. So, but when this world seed energy that I've been feeling at the moment, it's like this collective womb, and like, these men, and, and bear in mind, for the people that are in relationships, obviously if this doesn't resonate, then it doesn't. However, as someone that has just come out of a relationship, a lot of these men, they don't have this energy or the intuition or discernment to actually understand what the world energy is. And it's actually quite unfortunate, because the collective and the wave that we're going through the divine feminine is actually going through more of a transformation. And obviously, prove me if I'm wrong, divine masculines, because I can't speak for those that I don't channel for or receive messages for. However, I know through my own sovereignty that it's through independence and letting go of codependency. And even though if that manifests in many ways, it's not even about the actual physical aspect of it. It's actually more about the mental. And, with these beautiful flowers, it's like the aesthetic too. It's like, it's not so mundane, sisters. It's not so mundane as we think it is. And, we see everything as we see it as a moonlight. We illuminate the darkness. So within that, we are realizing that, like, when it comes to our energies, we need to also simplify our life, because with all of this gracious energy that is abundant within us, and we can actually exert it outwards, what are we giving? What is coming back to us? How are we able to go back to that state so we can receive? And that is to eliminate clutter. And this is one of the cards that I did get. Eliminate clutter from your home and work life to balance and flow activities. You want to feel like, especially in your sanctuary, that, like, you can do anything that you want. I've literally got my TV on my desk, and I've got my video game right now. I can start streaming if I wanted to. Literally, I can start streaming now. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, over there, I've got my beautiful, which I must say, I am grateful that, as much as he was blocking my blessings in one way, in the other way, he did help me in physical things that I do not actually have the ability or capabilities to do. So, you know what? I'm very grateful. I am very grateful, because he did build that vanity. So, like, yes, I will put my gratitude there. However, let's cleanse the energies, please. Because honestly, guys, that's the bare minimum, I can't lie. And that's how I've had to be learning my boundaries and stuff. That is the bare minimum. That is the bare minimum. Honestly, that is the bare minimum. Oh, also, I have these ruins where I've been playing with the magics of ruins, and such a gorgeous energy. I got these ruins from one of the closest crystal stores near mine, and I can't tell you guys the names. I know one of them right now at the top of my head, Fairhu, and such gorgeous energy ruins. Especially if you want to practice into your divination and you want to actually tap into your psyche, working with Viking ruins actually each ruin have an intention, and that can also help you with the intention of what you're trying to either manifest or trying to intercept. So it's like, I like playing with ruins because it really challenges my psyche and actually charges them. And yes, that's what we want. We like challenges, but we must succeed them. We can't go halfway with it. We can't half-arse it. Do you know what I mean? So that's what it means when it comes to, like, simplifying your life. And that's what the energy I was feeling and picking up on. Because when you simplify your life and you actually declutter your environment, you can actually gravitate towards things that are actually meant for you. And the path is clear. I was just doing research on, like, working with Eshu, which is the gatekeeper and also is a manifestation of chaos. However, we don't treat Eshu as chaos. Eshu is, does that make sense? And Eshu being a deity in Yoruba culture. So obviously, do with what you will with that information. But if you do not dedicate yourself to the path, your crossroads will be crossed. You want them to be clear, and Ashe, we have them clear, and we want them to be forward. You know, we don't want to feel like we're being confused clearly, and you know, we want to be able to illuminate the path and actually go for a path of full abundance and sovereignty and realignment and clarity and all of these things that actually should be very easy for us. And someone actually did join the stream, but I don't have my mic on, so I can't actually do anything about that. But you know what, I'll give them a visual aesthetic vibe, I guess. Yeah, I'll go like there. No, I'll go like... Oh, yeah, I'll go like here. Okay, beautiful. And like... Yeah, and like, yeah, so simplifying your life, you want to feel like you're in your own Garden of Eden. You're in your own... I like to see my room and my home as underwater castle, right? Because that's how we should treat ourselves, Silver Sisters and brothers, because, you know, we can't... We have wings, for goodness. We have wings. How can we stretch our wings if there's not enough space? That's all I will say. And then moving on to the next card, because happiness, with that, you will attract happiness, and happiness attracts everything you want. And take that if that resonates, because the shortcut to anything you want in your life is to be and feel happy now. It is the fastest way to bring money and anything else you want. Those feelings of happiness will radiate out and attract back to you all things that bring you happiness, which will not include that, which will not only include an abundance of money, but everything else you want. So it's like, Ashe. Because, yeah, we want to be able to attract what we want now. And it's like, why would we stop what we want coming to us now? You know, be happy now, guys. You know, do with what you will, but also do with what makes you happy. Don't feel like, you know, it has to happen tomorrow. It can happen today. And if you feel like it can't happen today, do it tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? On that note, cake. Like, for example, I knew I'd be more happy actually recording my experience eating this cake than eating the cake, you know? So I'm really happy right now because this cake is so good. That's stunning. We'll give some to Ashu. He loves red too, so it just makes sense. But also, may I just say, allowing your animalistic self to come through and not actually caring about the perception, that inner judgment for me personally has been like one of those things that I've been working on. And our inner eyes are sometimes even more worse than other people's, honestly, because I don't care about what other people think, honestly. It's more about what I think. And it's like that, you know, in that way it has protected me and has actually made me gravitate towards things that have more, that serve me more. However, what happens is when I have those things sometimes, it actually makes me realize that because I have all of this, like, I start to judge it. And, you know, we have to quit that energy. We want to cut that energy and we want to remove that energy of inner judgment. Because today is also the first quarter moon. And being in alignment with the moon and its energies will actually help you perpetuate into a frequency in a place where you want to be. And I know this might sound like there's a lot of information coming through. However, all I can say is staying aligned to the heart, to the cycles of nature itself, and the stars and the constellations and the moon and the sun. Like, whatever calls to you, at this moment. However, the universe in itself, there are so many abundant avenues and pathways that you can actually go through, that are so natural and organic, that will actually make you actually feel more like yourself. And like, I realized, like, wow, knowing it's the first quarter moon, that like I really have to make sure that I'm putting intention and putting myself forward into these places now, because it's like, it will manifest. And like, I really want to not just help my silver sisters and brothers on a spiritual journey, but I also want to create a community where we can be our most authentic self and not have to fear about the judgment or consequences of other people's opinions or even ourselves. Because, you know, we are multi-dimensional beings, and as someone that comes from a royal status, you know, it's not coming from a place of ego. And I used to judge myself, and that's why I used to judge myself so much, because I used to feel like the reason I'm seeing myself like this must be because of ego. But no, because the universe has shown me things that you guys will not be able to know, but that has shown me things that you guys have obviously seen, that is obviously very evident to my destiny on this earth. So do with what you will with that information. So continuing on with the journey, what is the next card that I pulled? Yeah, stop looking at the things that have already happened, because there is literally opportunity right in front of you, or right behind you. You sometimes it's not even about like seeing it right in front of you. Sometimes it's just about knowing at the back of your mind that there is something better, and there is always going to be a situation where you can pull from, rather than pulling from something that is literally just on the floor and it's just no use anymore. Like, you do not cry over spilled milk, girl, because you can always get more. Do you know what I mean? That's what the card said. It's this one. It's the Five of Cups. So that's all it is. And then, gorgeous how both of these coexist together. Because after this, it says, believe you have received. It takes no time for the universe to manifest what you want. Anytime you delay your experience is due to you getting off the place of you believing. So it's like, if you don't believe it, it won't happen. Like, that's just the truth. And like, start believing now, okay? Start believing now. Really, truly, it will help you. It will help you. Even me, I'm like, I believe everything happens for a reason. I believe things, you know, there's no such thing as like delays. Like, there's literally no things as delays. There's this one girl that I met at a music video, and she had this like such magnetic energy. I really like admired her energy, and like I follow her on TikTok now, and she made this TikTok and she said, girl, I'm literally so delusional. And I was like, girl, like, if that's the belief system, it works for her. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's just finding what works for you, you know? And like, for me, it's working with nature, the elements, the ancestors, the truth, the sovereignty, my divine lineage, you know, video games, you know, like, you know, things that spark my imagination and creativity. And it's like, yes, believe that you have received. Ashe. Due to getting to the place of believings, knowings, and feelings that you already have it. If you're getting yourself on the frequency of what you want, when you are on that frequency, then what you want will appear. So it's like, guys, let's get ourselves on that frequency, okay? Because we're talking about this frequency, but let's get ourselves on that frequency. Right now, I'm going to open the next box of cake. So I'm going to open that. But then, how are we going to get ourselves on this frequency? So, a beautiful demonstration with these beautiful cupcakes that I'm already magnetizing this energy of abundance, right? We're going to place our hands over it. And you can do this over your water. You can do this over a candle. You can do it over flowers, you can do it over cupcakes, you can do it over your coffee, you can do it over anything, okay? Anything. And you want to just be like, I believe that I have received all my dreams and everything that is meant to be will be. I am on the highest frequency of magnetizing my dreams and my desires. And I am on the frequency of being able to make all my dreams come into fruition. And all my visions that are coming into fruition are happening right now for me. I believe that there are no delays in my life, And I believe that the happiest energies always attract to me because I am happy in the present moment now. May the fates smile upon me, for that is what I believe. So mote it be, and so it is. Ashe. You wanna feel it. You wanna feel it. That was beautiful. Ashe. That is literally a physical representation of how to do it. You know, you have no excuse now. Also, yeah, I have realised through my own eyes and what I've seen and heard that we give too much power away. You know, we forget how to receive because we're giving too much. And sometimes when we receive, we don't know how to receive it. So my advice is, even if it feels really uncomfortable, you must receive. You must, on the day, every single day, you must be actually purposely trying to find a way how you can receive. Whether that is through gratitude, affirmations, self-love practice, resting, you know, indulging, whatever, because obviously we need to be careful. I'm not going to try and promote something that obviously, if it's obviously affecting your health and it's obviously affecting your mental health, then I won't promote it. I don't advise that. However, if you feel like it's giving you back the energy that you really truly deserve, and also if it's coming from a place where you feel like you don't deserve it, then I feel like that's where you should start. What do you feel like you don't deserve? And then from there you should just affirm that you deserve it. You know, this relationship that I was in could have really put me into a place where I feel like I don't want to be in a relationship anymore. But then I said, you know what, I actually can't lie. I love men. I love men. I love their energy. I just love and not in not like that way, don't be weird, but in a way where it's like my feminine energy really relaxes with a masculine, and I feel really safe. And I find that in a lot of guys, and that's and that's, it might sound a bit contradicting to what I said earlier, but it actually goes with the card that is right in front of me, which is the 9 of Chalices. And it's I just see beauty in everything, you know. And when someone is looking so sculpted, so contoured, so naturally just beautiful, I can't help but love that, you know. And as a goddess, you know, and as goddesses, we see mortals, I will say, we see them, and we do want our immortality to be merged with theirs. That is normal, and that is okay. So, and also talking about that, there was this boy that did message me, and he is very cute. So I'm not going to stop myself from replying now, because he did just pop through my head. So because it's don't block yourself, you know, don't block yourself from your blessings. Don't do it. Because, like, my friend just said may the next 6 months bring me happiness, success, peace and clarity, abundance and alignment. Guys, we claim this energy. Oh, that's so cute. But yeah, so like, don't like allow, if you see something that's beautiful and there's a part of you that desires it, don't stop yourself. Like, don't be weird. Don't block your blessings. Everything is an opportunity, and I'm going to cleanse, and we are going to expand our consciousness. And you must, whether it's a physical tiara or a spiritual one, I don't care. You are putting on that crown, and you are grounding with your root. Let's focus on that root actually first. The bottom, yes, the earth, the earth. We're grounding our energies into the earth. And that is allowing us to align with our crown and to be able to put it in a pillar of light. And we are surrounded by light and love and joy and happiness. And that's what we are, and that's what we attract. Ashe. And then that goes into the next card, which is you were born a creator. You were born a creator, girl. You are here on this glorious planet, endowed with this wonderful power to create your life. There are no limits of what you can create for yourself, because your ability to think is unlimited. So you see what I mean? Do not cut yourself short. You are limitless. So the experience is limitless. There's like a sea. It's like a sea. It's like the sky. It's like there's so much, and it's like, don't block yourself from your blessings. Do not do it. What is it gonna? You see people on social media, and you see people living this life of abundance, whether it's by aesthetic, or whether it's by lifestyle, or whether it's by choice, whatever. And it's like what I find it funny, because people always think it's fake, and it's like, girl, it's not fake, because people are limitless beings. Everyone's a limitless being, so it's like they can do with what they will with their free will, and if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do, and that also applies to you and yourself too. Okay, I don't care how much money you have in your bank account. I don't care how poor you are. I don't care if you don't have a roof under your head. I do not care. You still have the ability of a millionaire, of a billionaire. You have that energy of that, because you are a limitless being. And I'm not here saying that it's only chosen ones, because we are all chosen. Because I was also watching this video the other day, and it was talking about how like this whole chosen thing, and I understand that, but it's true, we are all chosen, and we all have the capabilities of becoming our most abundant and higher self. So focus is also everything, and that's the second card, because as the second card, there's been loads of cards, but believing that you have received, and you knowing that you were born a creator, but then also focusing on that, it's like, yes, the energy it's giving. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, obviously, focus is everything in this context, because if you don't stay true and you don't actually stay focused, you are unfortunately not going to be able to benefit as much as I'm benefiting in this energy right now. Do you understand? Because yes, all of this energy is here in my sacred space, and I'm focusing on giving it and sharing it out into the universe too. So this is my focus. My focus is realigning to also for my energies, but also giving it out and just expanding it into the cosmos, and allowing people that watch this video to be in resonance and to feel and pick up on that energy, so you guys can continue it on your journey. Does that make sense? So how are you going to use that energy that I am bestowing upon you and actually focus and actually put it into something that you truly desire? Even if you're watching me and you're like, you know what, I want to do it. Do it! It's not, do you know what I mean? We are all creations of the universe. We are all goddesses and gods. Actually, we're not all goddesses and gods. That's not true. However, we all have the seeds of becoming our higher selves, okay? if you are thinking about it, if you are talking about it, you're inviting it into your life. And, you know, it's like, it's true. Because you need to keep thinking about it and 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 keep thinking about it until it becomes so crystal clear of what you want, what you clearly do want, and what you might already have but want more of it. And you must focus on that and then lift the frequency up. Ashe. Then we've got the Two of Autumn, which is bring fun into everything you do. Juggling multiple priorities or jobs. Tell me about it. An exceptional talent for multitasking. Girl, I am literally multitasking right now. I'm holding the frequency. I'm also tributing to my ancestors. I am making a video. I have also done my makeup. Like, literally put fun and creativity into everything you want, because also that is part of the spiritual process and part of the spiritual journey. It's how to be able to multitask and actually make the spiritual journey work within what your practical life is, because we are living in a state of what's the word, like the capitalistic, like the technology, like the sci-fi kind of energy, and it's like we need to be able to use our spiritual gifts also in combat with that, you know, and like become the master. Oh, beautiful. Ashe, 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 ashe. That card, oh, that card is in my heart. That card is in my heart energy. I wish that's for the end. Oh my days, that's such a beautiful card. The Six of Swords, clearing the path, you know. Like, I have recently put a sword on my altar, and I will not show that, but what I will say is using a sword for your spiritual practice is so good. It's so good because you can really clear and cut cords that don't serve you, and whether that's ley lines, circuits, like obviously you don't want to disturb the natural source of energy. However, but it's like if you feel like something's interfering with your energy, and I was using that just purely as an example, but if you feel like there's something, a cord or a leech or something that's on you that doesn't serve you, use a sword, you know, cut it, clear it, remove it. And then going with one of the last cards is the Ten of Cups. You guys are so abundant, okay? You guys are so abundant, and I'm also picking up on this energy too. So it's like what we have to do, and what I will say my advice is, and for clarity's sake too, is let's cleanse the energy really quickly. Beautiful, 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 because this incense is about to run out. So like pouring our energies into all the things that we want is like the goal. Pouring into our gifts, pouring into our voice, pouring into our mind, you know, pouring into our dance, our chant, our computer, our book, you know, our altar, our friends, our family, our community, our room, our space, our home, our walls, you know, pouring, because we are an abundant cup that has limitless potential, and that should not stop you from doing anything that you want to do in this life, because you are born limitless. It's not until the perception of others or the perception of our inner selves start to dilute that or taint it. Do not stop yourself becoming the most intelligent version of you, okay? And then with the last card that gave me such a beautiful heart thump, I literally felt quantum waves flowing through that card when I picked it up, is I want you to, what do you guys feel? And I want you guys, if you have watched till this part of the video, I want you to guess, not even guess, use your intuition. What do you think the card is? And I'm going to count to 5, 4, 3, 2, one, the Empress. Well done, congratulations. If that was the card that you guessed, or not used your intuition because you knew, it's the Empress card. And it's sitting on thy throne and realizing in all its fertility that it is all of your own. Okay, the Empress energy also reminds me of Demeter. Demeter is also the goddess of harvestation. She is the one that creates the summer and also the harsh winter, but that she falls into her winter energy. She also gives me the energy of other empresses of their dominion, which is a lot of goddesses that bear those names of Hecate, Isis, Demeter, Ocean, Yamaya, Hastarte, there's loads of queens and empresses, Hera, there's loads of energies, and I cannot articulate all those names because I would be here for ages. And let's just say the one of the bear that Ishtar of the bears that 10,000 names, okay, beyond vocabulary, Lilith. And it's like it's time for us to sit on our throne, because we are not just sitting on a physical throne, we are the throne, okay? And we want to be able to exacerbate, if that is the word that I'm trying to use, illuminate, illuminate, and also expand our horizons. And the truth sometimes feels like, when it's first told to us, it feels a bit weird. But I bet you 10 out of 10, like most of the things that we truly are afraid of are the things that we are meant to do in this life. And also, like, bear in mind that as someone that has also been so like stubborn in that regard when it comes to like making sure that everything is perfect, and as coming from a place more now that is more energetically just flowing with the vibrations and not caring about, and just in resonance, it just so in resonance, okay? I'm resonant today and will always be. Just allowing yourselves to provide and give and just allow you should never block that. And you are truly blessed, you are protected. And I say protection because I know, coming from such an abundant place, that it can feel like we can also be our own downfall, but you are also protected from yourself, okay? And I will end this energy and I will close the energies, because now it is time to bid our farewells. However, you are receiving the energy that has been given on this divine day of Monday, and may the moon guide you on your journey. And may this video and also any other videos that I have posted, but more about today, because today I feel like there's been a whole journey of other things, and and may the fates smile upon you, Ashe. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Let's just finish. I didn't get to eat all the cake, but let's have one more good bite. Happiness, happiness, happiness. Ashe, guys. May divine beauty fall down. May everything just shine. And may you know what is truly yours to be. I was thinking what was truly mine to be, but I know what was mine to be. Oh. So I shall say goodbye one more time. Bye guys, love you, and have a blessed day and rest of your week.